Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, February 21st. It's the day after Mercury retrograde ended. And I thought instead of coming live, since I really haven't had a lot of support financially to keep that part of the channel going, I thought I would do some live energy readings for each of the signs or for each of the elements and see if you guys enjoy that. So I thought I would start with air signs today, and I'm going to start with the wisdom of the Oracle deck. Okay, give you a few signs, see what I get. We're coming, like I said, we're out of Mercury retrograde. We're still in the post shadow, so you may still find some little technical issues, computer-wise, communication-wise, things like that. But we are out of it. Yay! It ended yesterday, and we're coming into a much more planets are becoming visible. We're not having as many planets in Aquarius, so you may not feel like you can't figure out where it is you're going or what direction you're heading in. But let's find out what's happening for each of the signs. So let's do the air element first. Let's do Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini and see what we get. Okay. So the first card we have, interesting, is Chop Wood. And then we've got Loyal Heart. And the third one we've got is Blessed. Okay, so beautiful cards. Let's take a look at deck. Let's see what um, the signs are. Six of Wands, Seven of Swords. And this is really for coming forward. This is really for moving forward. I know you can't really see them. I'm trying to make it so you can see them. And that's hard because I'm not far enough away. But I will read them to you as I go through them, okay? And see what I get. Interesting. A lot of Libra energy, which is interesting. Libra on itself. Let's see what we can come up with here. Okay, and then we're going to qualify. So we have the Six of Wands and the Seven of Swords, which tell us that really you were in for a battle. There was some kind of a battle that was going on with you, air signs, and I really believe this battle had to do with the loyal heart that we got in the wisdom card decks. This is um, feeling really that you're discontent. You're discontent with the relationship you're in, but yet you're not quite sure if you're really willing to fight for it at this point. You're kind of waiting and seeing what's coming in. Again, this is for all air signs, and you are blessed. You have a lot to be grateful for. So make sure you are, a grateful and this has chop wood. So keeping busy. You're keeping busy with your life. You're not trying to, you don't want to face what's coming up, or you don't want to face what you've been challenged with that's currently here in your life. And this is true with the swords coming through like this with the Six of Wands, so we could be dealing with an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, and it's also the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords really tells us, picking up all the pieces and leaving a fight. You're done. You're leaving some of it behind. You're picking up some of the pieces haphazardly. You're not quite sure which direction this is going in. So this is definitely, you have a loyal heart with this person, like this card says. You definitely have a loyal heart, but um, if something is not going in the right direction, they've offered you with this Four of Wands. They've offered you many different directions to go in, and you're still not satisfied. You've got the Three Cups sitting here you haven't even looked at, and here comes one from the universe that it's handing you. So if you look at this whole situation right here with somebody that I feel is probably a fire sign or could be a Capricorn. I'm feeling that you haven't really taken hold of the fact that this is happening with this relationship. I don't know if you're denying it or you're just not willing to look at it yet. You're not ready to look at it. But when you are, there is going to be a little bit of tension. There is going to be a little bit of you trying to figure things out. You do have the success card here, so I think you will be successful in figuring all this out, which is really good. But I don't feel that you're happy with the solutions that are being handed to you right now, is what I'm hearing. Let me just get rid of this. So whatever is being handed to you right now, and when I'm looking ahead a little bit, I've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So a little bit of a water energy that's in there, Pisces, Scorpio, or um, Cancer could be thrown in there, but you're getting your wish. You know, look at everything you're touching is turning to gold. So although you've got this fight that's coming up, or this, I don't really want to call it a fight so much as an imbalance or something that's coming up in your life that you're not quite happy with. These cards are showing me very clearly that take a look around you. You've got two knights, and knights are movement. So you're heading in the right direction, because look where you end up with everything touching to gold. Everything you touch turns to gold, which is beautiful. So you are heading in the right direction. I just feel like these knights are just showing movement in the deck. The Two of Wands is showing that there is a little bit of instability. There is a little bit of you carrying too much of a burden, but you don't want to take a look at it yet. This Two of Swords, which could be another air sign, is you're not willing to take off the blindfold and quite ready to take a look at what it is that's causing you this discontent that we're in these cards to begin with, right? With the Four of Cups, what you are being offered, the Seven of Swords, and so forth. You're not quite ready to do that. As soon as you are, take off this blindfold, take a look. You're going to realize you're carrying most of the burden in this relationship, and I think that's what's consuming you, and that's what's worrying you so much, air signs, is that you are carrying this burden. For the outcome, I do have beautiful cards, though. I have the Three of Cups, I have the Ace of Pentacles, and I have the Page of Pentacles. And Pages is always a messenger. So a message is going to come in for you that's going to make you very happy. I don't know if it's about this relationship. I feel like this whole reading is kind of about relationships. But I do feel like in the end you end up happy, and you end up on the richer side of things. Not richer money-wise, but abundance in love. But let's take a peek at some of these cards. I wanna shuffle and see what we come up with here for. I want to clarify the Two of Swords and see what we get for the Two of Swords. And why is the Two of Swords showing up with the Ten of Wands? The Two of Swords obviously is a card. We've got the Seven of Wands, the Thinker, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and we've got the Two of Swords again. So interesting that the Two of Swords came up with the Two of Swords, double whammy. So this is something that you have to face, and that you're not ready to take the blindfolds off and take a look at yet. It could be that there's a third party involved in this situation, which is what I get with this card. There could be a third party that's involved, and it's just too heavy a burden for you to carry right now, so you're letting it go. That could be what happened up here with the cards where you were in the very beginning, where you were fighting and you weren't happy, and there's a lot of miscommunication in this deck. The messengers are moving quickly towards this, and I really feel like with this Two of Pentacles as well, you're going to have to make a choice. So you're going to have to choose if you're going to stay in this situation and fight for it, if it's something you really want, or if it's time to move on. And that's totally going to be your choice. And these cards are actually signifying or clarifying the Two of Swords again. We've got the Two of Swords, like I said. So a double whammy that you're really not taking off the blindfold and looking at what's right in front of you. If you did, I think you would be able to see clearer that this person may not be the person for you. And maybe this is moving on. Let's clarify this this group of moving forward and the direction you're heading in, and see what we end up with here. We have, like I said, we have the Three of Cups, which could be a water sign that you're dealing with, and we also have the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, new beginning, new abundance. So I do feel like this could possibly be a new relationship. You're leaving the old relationship behind. Maybe you've decided to finally take a peek, take this blindfold off in both of these Two of Swords. And if you do, you will have a choice, right, with this Two of Pentacles. You will have a choice to make, but the choice will be a peaceful one. It'll be one that you're happy with, you can live with for sure, especially with these beautiful cards showing up. The Three of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So let's see what cards we get on top of that. We have the Queen of Swords, which is you. We have the Knight of Swords, which is moving towards something. A lot of swords, and the Five of Swords, which can be dismay, can be troubling. So you're coming into this new, it's not necessarily a new relationship as much as it is leaving the old relationship behind. It's making you happy to let go, to finally open your eyes with that Two of Swords and be able to let go. And here's you, the Queen of Swords, and you're sitting and contemplating everything that's going on. You're really happy with the decision you've made to move away from it at the moment. But then you realize that very quickly in comes these two things that are really bothersome to you. The Five of Swords, which is really kind of a collapse of the structure you're building, kind of collapse of the emotional structure that you're building, right? Along with the Knight of Swords, which is moving quickly towards something. So maybe you're trying. I don't feel like you're running away. I feel like you're running towards something. He's running towards his motorcycle here, in this. In this Knight of Swords, which is movement, and it's going to happen quickly. So the Queen of Swords is you contemplating, and then you finally make a decision and you move. And let's pull a final outcome card here and see, because this relationship, you're having trouble with, you're trying to make a decision. You've made a decision, you're finally taking your blindfolds off, you're looking at it, and it looks really good, but you've got these cards. You've got more movement cards, which is interesting. Okay, so you have the Page of Wands, you have the Death and Transformation card, and you've got the Hierophant, which is interesting. So the Page of Wands is definitely a message coming in. So all this that you've been dealing with on your own, you don't have to deal with on your own. You could ask your friends and your loved ones to help you. Okay, and that's what this card is definitely showing, this page. The Death and Transformation is really letting go of what no longer serves you, right? Letting go of what no longer serves you, moving on in the direction that does seem the brightest, does seem the most positive, and that's what I'm getting out of these cards. So even though you might have been in a relationship where you've done a lot of thinking, or you feel like you've done most of the work, it's time to move on now. Maybe it might be time to let go of that relationship and move on. And the Hierophant is the higher knowledge, right? The higher being, the knows all, the end all, the be all, the head of the tarot, so to speak, the person who stands in judgment of only himself. And who, it could be a religious figure, it could be a figure that's very dominating in your life, it could just be you making a decision with this Death card to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to be by yourself, maybe go inward a little bit. I'm really surprised that the Hermit card didn't show up. You've got the Four of Swords, which is kind of moving in and retreating to yourself. Again, there's nothing to worry about with the Four of Swords. It's all just relaxation, taking a good look at yourself, and this Hierophant is reminding you that that's what you need to do, is take some time for yourself. Sit back, relax, look at everything, take a look. Maybe go off by yourself, maybe do this where you're looking at everything, these initial life cards that came up, and with your loving heart, be open and be honest with yourself. And I think that's what these final cards are showing. Okay, so I really think that this is a big relationship issue with you, air signs, and I think it's time to really, take a step back, make a decision on whether or not you want to move forward with this relationship, or whether or not you want to move on into something bigger and brighter. Before you move on, though, I didn't have a move on card as much as I didn't have a choice for a relationship for you as much as I had a pulling away of the relationship. And I've lowered this so you can see more of the cards and you can see of my face. But it's not so much a moving on with someone new as it is taking some time for you. I really feel like you haven't had a chance to do that, or you haven't taken the time to do that. Okay, so let me shuffle the cards a little bit, and let's see, as we're moving on to Earth signs, what we come up with. We're moving on to Earth signs. Let's see, we're going to use the Wisdom Oracle deck and find out the 3 cards that are leading your way with the Wisdom Oracle deck for Earth signs today. You can still reach me for private readings at northernlights.1 down below if you'd like to leave a donation. If I see that I'm starting to pick up again and the channel's starting to pick up with donations and people not just coming for the free readings, then I'll definitely get back on board and start doing those again. But for now, I'm going to do them as recordings. So I hope you guys enjoy these recordings that are very accurate, the energy that's around you. So Earth signs, the very first card I have is Go the Distance. Interesting. So definitely a card about holding your breath and moving forward is what I'm hearing. It's kind of like what I'm doing, by the book, which is interesting. So follow the guidelines, follow what you feel is the right direction to go by. Follow your gut on this. And all these cards, I got chop wood again, which is really just working hard around it. So you tend to, Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, you tend to bury yourself in your thoughts and your thoughts about moving along, right? You're not ready quite to move along yet. But this has to do with more with work for you. Let's pull out some cards and let's see with the sets of cards what we've got and what we're coming up with tarot-wise for the energy that's around you this week. see the energy that's around you. We have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, that card came flying out. We have the Knight of Swords, a lot of sword energy. The High Priestess. We have the Justice card. And we have, in reverse, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and, oh, interesting, and the final outcome card, which is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is someone looking over you, right? Helping you play by the book, helping you do all the things that we talked about in the beginning, going the distance, right? This King of Swords is here to stand by you and be a strong energy around you. It could be a very strong male influence that's around you, or signs. Could be yourself, because there's no gender difference or no gender bias when we're looking at tarot cards, right? So this could be yourself is the strong person that's around you and helping you get out of the middle. But the first cards we have are two sword cards, which are air signs, which are interesting. So you could be dealing with an air sign with an Ace of Swords, which is about telling the truth. All right, the truth is coming forward, but look, it's a gentle truth. I noticed the dove behind it, so it's a softer truth. So you may be finding out something. I feel like this is job related for you, because here's the Knight of Swords fighting for what you want. You've come to the end. Look, he's right at the end of the cliff. You've come to the end, and you've got to either turn around or back up. So you've got to come down, even though you're raising your sword and you're ready to fight. You've got to come down off that a little bit. You can ask this King of Swords to help you with that, but you're going to have to come down off the ledge. You see all around you, you've got the beautiful water that's flowing down on either sides of you, which is really nice. It's very calm. It's very peaceful. The eagle's flying over you, the sign of power. So these two swords are really going to help you get to this High Priestess. The High Priestess sometimes can be hidden things. So maybe your company's being sold. Maybe your company's being bought out by another company. Maybe there's structural movement within the company, and you're afraid that you're not going to be there any longer. And I don't see, when I look at all the cards that I just said, I get to go the distance and buy the book and chop wood and work hard. So these cards are all telling me that your job is safe. It just could be that you move up into a different position, or you might be offered the opportunity to move up. I know you're comfortable where you are. If you're not working, this is a new job coming in for sure. But it's a comfort level. You want to go with something that makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel happy. That's what these initial cards are telling me. And the cards after, I've got the Justice card, and I've got the Ace of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is working really hard. She hasn't collected her monies yet, but this is something standing in the way at work. This is something, like I said, that's work related. She's made all these pentacles, but she hasn't climbed up this ladder yet, if you look at it upright. Right upside down, it means that she's stuck. She hasn't moved. She hasn't taken the opportunity to move up and collect all of her goods or all her wares or everything she's made. When she's ready to do that, she will, and it will be, the Justice card could be just you feeling uncomfortable that this is all happening. But look at the gold that's surrounding her. All that you touch turns to gold, earth signs. Everything is going to be okay when it comes to work. So don't be afraid of this buyout. Don't be afraid of this transition. Don't be afraid of moving up to something if you decide you want to. I know you're comfortable, but sometimes growth is all about moving out of your comfort level and taking that leap of faith. And you've got the new beginning card, right? You've got the Ace of Cups, and cups often mean that you could be dealing with a water sign, which is a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, but it could also mean a brand new beginning, calm waters, and within a month's time, because look, we have the month spread out ahead of us, right? We're coming into the first of the moon right now, and within a month's time, you'll be at the full moon and you'll be at a brand new beginning, using your intuition, which we picked up on before, right? Using your intuition to know that this is a good direction for you to go in. And again, if you don't have a job, this is something that's going to be coming up, and you're going to really have to give it some thought. Is this what I want to do? Is this really what I want to be doing at this point? And finally, like I said, I have the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Empress card, and this is taking care of other people. I do see a third party coming in, rushing in with the Success card. I do see that there's a third party that's rushing in, so you may be in competition with somebody at work for a job that you want to be moving up to. It may be that if you're applying for a job, you are having competition. But I feel like that's going to go well, and it's very motherly. They see you're very nurturing, very caring. And it's a very motherly, it's a wonderful place for you to go and be in charge of taking care of other people, which is really, really nice. So let me pull a couple of cards to clarify. I want to clarify this Justice card, just to make sure there's nothing that's going on that I miss. It's with the Ace of Cups. Don't do that. Just telling my cat who's playing with the rug here. The Ace of Cups and the Pentacles. How can we turn these Pentacles around? We get the Five of Wands, and we get the Six of Cups, which is reminiscing, and the Page of Wands. So interesting. So this is all about reminiscing, looking back. Do you really want to move up? Do you really want to move on? Do you really want to move into this new position that you've been offered? Maybe it's a time when again, this fighting card came up, just like this card. Fighting for a brand new position, like we had here, coming back the victor, winning this new position. But this Five of Wands is saying you're all in it together. It's almost like you're working towards the same goal of reaching this higher pinnacle, and these wands aren't fighting each other. But the Five of Wands often talks about competition, so maybe you're in competition. She's very happy here with this Page of Wands. So the page is a message. It's something that's coming in. So maybe you're hearing that you are going to get this new job. Maybe you're hearing that you are getting a second interview, or hearing that the position that's open you've decided to take. You've thought a lot about it. It seems like the right decision. And going back and looking at this reminiscing card, looking back in the past and everything you've been through from the beginning to where you are now, and how happy you are at this point in your life, and being grateful for that. So it's lovely. It's the cards really show a lot of really positive energy, especially around work. I don't feel that was clarifying the Justice card. I don't feel like there's anything to worry about justice-wise, like a car, a ticket for a car or an accident or anything like that. I don't feel that at all. I feel like this is all work-related. Just a matter of getting your ducks in a row, counting your pentacles, working hard. Remember, chopping the wood, working hard, getting to that point where you can actually sit back and enjoy. Look at the truth a little bit, see what's coming forward. Is this the direction you want to move in? You always have free will, right? So even though the cards say you are heading in this direction, or you're being offered this direction by this Empress card, right? You're being offered the chance to move forward. This King of Pentacles, which could be you, or it could be a male influence that's offering you a position, is really helping to guide you and steer you in the right direction. Okay, so the cards are really in your favor. I love them, but they're really all about work this week, which is interesting. So I think you're going to be doing a lot of focusing on work, which is really interesting. Earth signs, so I hope that has meaning for you, and I hope as I shuffle the cards and get ready to do water signs, I hope that really has some good meaning for you, and really helps you head in the direction. If you don't already have a job, you will be getting some interviews. Put out your resume, really work on your resume. Maybe that King of Pentacles is here to help you work on that a little bit. But I do feel there's a fight to the top. There's a fight for it. So you with the Justice card being all in gold like that, I think you will be victorious. And you also have the Victory card, which is the Six of Wands coming in. So I do feel like you're victorious. If it's a new position you're vying for at work, I think you will get it. If this is just a new position overall, if you're unemployed, I think you will get it as well. So let's see what we get from the Wisdom of the Oracle. We have Truth Be Told. We have All That Glitters Beautiful. And we have the Yin energy, which is the female energy. Beautiful. So as a female, this is all, to me, for water signs, this is all really, really positive energy. To tell her of the truth, look, he's vulnerable. You have to open yourself up and be vulnerable this week. We'll find out why when we pull the cards. And All That Glitters has to do with money coming in. Female energy bringing that money in. So definitely working with your divine female energy this week. That's for sure. But let's find out what's going on with the cards. Kind of give you a general overall energy reading. Water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's shuffle these cards and see which direction we're heading in here. Okay, don't want to shuffle anymore, so they're done. They're ready. Let's find out what's going on with water signs. Right off the bat, we have the Hierophant. Interesting. Then we have the Eight of Wands moving quickly, and the Four of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Ace of Wands. the Magician, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. And we have the Tower, something coming in here at the end. We will clarify that. And then up with the Star, though, on top of the Tower. So we're you kind of go by that. So these three cards are telling me there is a choice that's being offered to you. There is a divine, you're heading in, I don't know if you're finishing up school or you're taking a course or your business is sending you back to work, but it's going to happen quickly, whatever it is. You're finishing up something. And once you finish up, you're going to be heading in the direction you want to be heading in. And it's going to happen very quickly for you, which is really nice. But you're being offered something, is what I'm hearing. But you're not even really that interested in looking at the three offers you already have in front of you. The divine is saying, okay, here, how about this one? And you're still not being intrigued by it or offered by it. Let's take a look at that and find out why. With that Four of Cups, why you're not jumping at the opportunity, because you finished whatever coursework it is to help you move forward, is what I'm hearing, or you finished a training of some kind, and it's going to happen quickly where you're being offered something that this offer that's coming through with this Four of Cups is not something that you're necessarily looking for. It's not. So let's take a peek. And I've got the Queen of Cups, I've got the Four of Cups again, and Temperance card, which is interesting. So I got the Four of Cups again, which is in a different deck, kind of telling you, I'm not ready to make a decision yet. I'm going to sit back. If you're graduating from college, this could be about you and taking some time and maybe taking a gap year, not making a decision to jump into anything too quickly. Maybe if you're at work, maybe there's a job that's up and you've really been wanting this job to come up, and then finally you're like, gosh, you know what? I'm not sure that I want that. I'm really comfortable where I am, because you're not really ready to make a decision yet. This Queen of Cups is on top of you, and this Temperance card is just saying have some patience. There's no hurry. This Queen of Cups is definitely you. It's a water sign. It's a female. It's a strong energy. So you do have the energy to make that decision. That's for sure. You do have the energy. But this Temperance card on top is really telling me there's no hurry. Okay? Take your time to make this decision. You don't have to jump into it for sure. Even though you've got the Eight of Wands, which is saying, this is going to move in a direction very quickly, doesn't mean you have to. So the direction itself may move quickly, but you don't have to. This Ace of Swords is coming up, which is a brand new beginning, and the High Priestess making some decisions, and the Seven of Pentacles working hard at a job. So while you're thinking about all this and trying to decide if you're going to go in this new direction, you do always have free will to do that. Okay, and if you do decide to go in that direction, I'm going to pull a card on that. I think it's going to be really nice to go in that direction, but I feel like you're so busy working, and the High Priestess is coming up, and you're hearing some things about this position that you're not quite sure is what you want from this position. You thought when you first applied for it, yes, this is what I want. Like I said, whether it be a brand new job that you're getting or moving into a higher position at work, and you may have thought this is what I want, but here you are busy working and you're enjoying it so much. So let's see what this new beginning actually brings you. We have the Knight of Swords, which is movement. We have the Lover's card, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Beautiful. So the Four of Pentacles is really holding onto your money tight. So this Seven of Pentacles, you may make a decision that you want to take this leap of faith and take this job and start this new beginning. And if that's what you're deciding to do and overlook some of these hidden messages, it's going to happen quickly, because this Knight of Swords brings in speed and quickness, right? Could be dealing with an energy, an air energy. That's what swords usually deal with, is an air energy. So you could be moving towards something. You see the movement of him moving towards this bike, not moving away. So yeah, even though it's a sword energy, which is about truth and justice and feeling good about the direction that it's going in, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to make that decision. This Lover's card is about relationships. So maybe you've really built some really strong relationships where you work, and you're not ready to give it up yet. It could be that you're meeting somebody new. Most definitely that card comes through for that. But it could also mean, I don't see the other cards around this supporting it. So I feel more like you're holding onto your money, you're taking that leap of faith, you're making a decision that's where you want to go, and you go in that direction. But the only thing that's holding back is this relationships. And I feel like if you really pay attention, you'll be able to hold on to these relationships. Okay? Then I have the Magician, I have the Two of Wands, and I have the Knight of Cups. And the Wands deal with fire energies like Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And the Cups, yeah, that's the Wands, and the Cups here deal with water energy, which is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So the Magician, this is you. This is out front. This is you taking this leap of faith. This is you. You have all the elements you need. You have all the tools at your disposal, right? You have the Pentacles. You have the Wand. You have you have the swords, you have the cups, you have all the tools at your disposal, and you can manifest what it is you want. So whatever you've left behind, or whatever you've decided to leave behind and take this leap of faith with, right, with this Pentacles, and you don't have to leave behind the friends that you've made. Okay, I feel like you'll still stay really good friends. So don't worry about that piece of it, is what I'm hearing for you water signs. So this Magician is really definitely about you manifesting and you bringing in exactly what it is you want to bring in. You're magical at this point, right? We're done with the Mercury retrograde. We're coming into a lot of energy that's coming out of Aquarius now and moving into Pisces, which is a calmer energy. It's a more intuitive energy. Trust your intuition. But this Magician card is all about manifestation. Let's pull a couple of cards on the Magician card and see if anything comes up, what it is that you should be manifesting, what it is. If you're moving in this new direction, which it looks like the cards are saying yes, again, you have free will if you decide not to, but I feel like this is moving in a new direction for you. Let's see what we get for the Magician. We have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Cups, yes, and the Two of Swords. Okay, so the Eight of Cups is definitely, I mean, this is about walking away from a situation. So this last set that we went through and the walking away for something that no longer serves you and walking towards something that's better for you. But take off this blindfold, okay, with this Two of Swords. You don't need to be going into the future not knowing what it is you're doing. You may be unhappy at work and you may be leaving that behind, and you may find that it's toxic. But this card is saying nurture it. Like if I cover this up and you just look at the top, you're nurturing this plant. You're trying to bring it back to health. You're trying to nurture whatever it is in your life that you want to grow, right? And you don't know what's happening below the surface. But if you continue to nurture and you continue to water and you continue to give it love, it's going to grow. Look at all these beautiful pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles down below that are growing and nurturing, and money is coming in, and everything that you want to come is definitely coming. So this is a beautiful card. These are all beautiful cards around the Magician. So these are all things you can manifest for sure, and ending up with this this strength, this knowing that that's the, once you let go, once you move away, once you open your eyes to the direction that you can head in, you've got this love and this nurturing that you can give this new position. Now, interesting enough, the Star kind of overtakes this Tower. I'm not that worried about this Tower. I don't feel like it's a major event. I feel like it's more like an eyesore, like, gee, you can't start this new job until you do such and such or take such and such course, or you can't get in this new position unless you get these vaccines if you're moving into a brand new job, that kind of thing. I don't feel like it's anything major because you've got the Star as the final outcome, which is a beautiful card. So nothing to worry about. This Knight of Pentacles is more of the same, more of the money coming in. And I think that's part of the reason you're moving is because of the money. It interests you, even though you're comfortable where you are and you're afraid of losing the friends and the people that you've been working with for so many years. The money really intrigues you. It's a chance to get ahead. It's a chance to put money aside, for you, for your family. And the Star card is just saying it's the right decision. Whatever decision you make, I'm going to pull a card on that, but whatever decision you make is going to be the right decision for you. Okay, and I think that's the important thing to remember. There is no right or wrong. It's just what's right for you. So don't be worried about, is this going to all work out? Take a trip down that road if you want. Take a trip and see which direction you're heading in, right? Use that female energy. You've got a lot of female energy in this reading with the Lovers, with the yin energy, and this is all that glitters, all that money, all the Star bringing in all this new money for you. But be vulnerable. Show your open self, right? Let's see for the Star what we're pulling here. We're pulling the Five of Wands, the Page of Wands, and we'll pull one from the middle of the deck, which is the Eight of Swords. So the only thing that's stopping you, and this could be this Tower, the only thing that's stopping you is yourself. You're self-sabotaging yourself. Here's you on the outside, and you're looking in this mirror, and you've got this binding around you that you could easily break out of. You could easily undo your hands. You could easily take off this blindfold and move out of this area. But you're having a really tough time making this decision. And you've got to remember that whatever decision you make, about this job, it's not really about the job, it's about what's going to make you the happiest. And that's what the angels want to remind you of, okay? So this tower moment could really be you self-sabotaging yourself, because look how happy you are with the Page of Wands, with that message that something came in. You're just, look at the solar plexus energy. It's really fulfilling that solar plexus, that need to free your boundaries and know your space and know that this is a really great place for you to be, and empower yourself and move in that direction, right? So these cards really are all saying the same thing, that you got to get out of your own way in order to make the magic happen, basically, is what I'm hearing from these cards. You got to get out of your own way to make this star, to end up with this star at the end of the reading, to get past this minor inconvenience. Take your time. There is no hurry, but don't let this, don't let this binding or yourself get in the way, this self-sabotage get in the way of all this beauty that's coming your way, okay? Because I really feel like if you don't make a decision right away, and you kind of sit back and wait, the answer will come to you. The answer will come to you. So know that. You don't have to make this decision right away. This is not something that has to be made in the next, 2 days kind of thing. This is a decision that you can think about and really decide if this is the way you want to go, okay? Good luck with that, water signs. That's a lot of information to take on. So now I'm going to start shuffling the cards for fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Let's start with the Wisdom of the Oracles deck. And by the way, I've been using two other decks. I've been using the Light Seers Tarot deck, and I've been using the Gilded Tarot, the Imperial deck, which I really love the messages from. And this, of course, is the Wisdom Oracle Tarot deck. Oracle deck, which I love the messages that come from this. So fire signs, we've got Treasure Island, beautiful, money coming in. Let's find out why. Where's this money coming from? We've got a regeneration. So look at this. This tree is surrounded by death, desolation. This is the growth card. This is like the death card. This is the regenerating. Look how the leaves are starting to show up on this tree again. It's regenerating itself. It's rebirthing itself in a new position. Let's see what it has to do with, whether it has to do with love or whether it has to do chaos and conflict. So this is all in front of you as well. So you might have a little bit of a bumpy energy this week, but it is the card number 33, which is a magical card. It is a mystical card, and I do see money at the end of the week. So although the bumpiness is there, let's see what's coming up for you. Let me shuffle these cards. Get a good feel for what's coming up for the energy around fire signs this week. The energy around fire signs. We're moving into Pisces now from Aquarius, so a lot of planets are becoming visible again. Pisces is a calmer, more intuitive, softer energy. It's a good chance to go inward, take a good look at yourself. Maybe the chaos and conflict is within yourself, right? Maybe you're going to get to this point where And this Treasure Island might not be abundance of money. It could be abundance of love. Let's see where the cards take us. Let's see what direction we go. And remember, the cards are just the energy around you. You always have the ability to move and change direction and make a decision. And you always have that free will. No one is ever stopping you from that. This is just the energy that's around you for this week, okay? Interesting, the Ace of Swords, I've had this in almost every reading. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. I've got the Chariot card, I've got the Five of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant card, the Eight of Swords, okay, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Wow, really nice energy. Okay, this looks beautiful. Fire signs. This looks really beautiful, brand new beginning. This is you. I feel like this Queen of Wands coming right out of that. The Queen of Wands, of course, Wands are fire energy, so I feel like this is you and yourself, but you're bringing a lot of healing forward during this Pisces season of healing and nurturing and intuition, and all these purples on this card tell me you're bringing a lot of healing energy forward, not just for others, because you're really good at taking care of other people, but also for yourself. So really take that time to look at what it is you need as well during this time, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is abundance. Again, we've got this abundance coming in, so let's see where that is. I really feel like this is within a relationship, and this is a chariot. The chariot, the Five of Cups moving forward, the Page of Swords, a message that's coming in of some kind, and he's still got all the blues, the beautiful healing energies that you had with the Queen of Wands. So the swords can be an air sign that's coming in. So you could be working with a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini this next coming week. Or you could be dealing with the cups, which is water signs. The Five of Cups is usually, he's looking at these three cards in front of him. It's kind of can be a sadness card. Something that's got you stuck in this sadness, in this feeling of being sad. And as I look ahead, I see that you've got the Eight of Swords. So I'm wondering if you're putting yourself in this sadness place. You're feeling a little bit of self-pity, or, we've all been locked up in this awful pandemic for so long, but maybe it's time you stop and take a step outside, right? Undo yourself, undo these laces that are around you with this Eight of Swords. It's time to undo your hands, take up your blindfold, walk right through the side here where you can, where the swords are, and release yourself, right? And that's what this card is saying. You don't have to wallow in this self-pity anymore. You've got the Three of Cups in front of you, but look behind you. You have Two of Cups you haven't even looked at yet. So really pay attention to the things that are around you. This chariot will help things move quickly in a really, really positive direction. And I do feel like this is relationship. You have the Two of Cups here, so I feel like this is more relationship than it is work for you. The Two of Cups is thinking on the same level, finding somebody who thinks the same of you. If you're an indigo child, which many of you who might be watching this could be an indigo, which is, you think on a certain level, you think on a certain plane. The norm isn't the norm for you. It's a square peg in a round hole. So you finally find somebody who does just that for you. And it's a really lovely relationship. And this could be the Treasure Island and the regeneration. You're kind of rebirthing yourself here a little bit. You're taking in this new relationship and you're rebirthing yourself. You're really taking a look at it. This chaos and conflict obviously is the Eight of Swords and letting go of that. And once you're able to let go of that, you've got this beautiful energy coming in. Right, you've got this beautiful Two of Cups energy. We're in the same high wavelength, the higher energy, the higher power with the Hierophant, and you've got the Seven of Wands. And wands are more practical things. So maybe with this person, maybe you've been with this person for a while, you're seeing air to air, you're making a decision, you're getting out of the middle of your hard thinking, right? In this chaos and this conflict, you've got a brand new beginning here. So maybe the healing that you're doing is on yourself and you're deciding, yes, I do want to move forward with this person. I do want to make a decision and move forward. Maybe this could be, I'm going to pull some cards on it, but it could be an engagement. And I've got the Queen of Swords, which is also a very healing energy, and the Queen of Wands. And this could be a pregnancy that I'm picking up. I don't know necessarily if it's you or it could be somebody that's around you in your family, but the pregnancy card is definitely coming up around you. And all you touch turns to gold. Which is lovely. So just know that it's really positive energy that's coming through. It's really positive energy that's around you. It's very fertile energy. It's very nurturing energy. It's very loving and kind energy that's around you. And it's coming through quickly with the Chariot. So know that this week is going to be a week of a lot of movement for you. Let's take a look at some of these cards. I do want to look, I know the pregnancy card is here. So see in your life who is pregnant. The Chariot card. I want to take a closer look at the Eight of Swords here. And see what we got. The card that flew out is the Wheel card, and it was upright. So the wheel is on your side. The wheel is the Fate card. It helps you move in a direction, and it's really wanting you to get out of the middle of get out of the way of yourself, right? Get rid of this Eight of Swords. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. You have a lot of love. You have a lot of people that are around you that want to bring you love and nurturing and caring, but you're not allowing that to happen. But this Wheel of Fortune is saying it's time. It's time to let go of all this that's been standing in your way, that you've allowed to stand in your way, and it's time to let go and be nurtured and follow your Wheel of Fortune, follow your path, follow your destiny. It's going to lead you to happiness. It's going to lead you to love. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing. Let's take a closer look at the love card that I'm seeing as love, the Two of Cups, two minds kind of working together here, and on the same wavelength, which is really nice. The King of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Judgment card. And the Judgment card, I feel like, as you kind of like, am I worthy of this? And you're asking your angels, am I worthy of this? Look at up here. You're opening yourself up. You're making yourself vulnerable so this relationship can come in. And that's exactly what you want to be doing, right? You want um, these cards. You want to be able to let go of the Ace of Swords. You want this Wheel of Fortune to come in and take you in the direction you want to go in, and it's up to you, right? You're the only one standing in your way again with this Judgment card, and the King of Pentacles, the pinnacle, right? The Pentacles are the abundance in your life and the love that's going to be coming in. And here he is. He's worked so hard his whole life. He's got his dog by his side. He's looking at his pentacle on his lap, and he knows that he's reached his final destination. He knows that he's reached where it is. So I think this could be a keeper. I think this romance that's going to be coming in for you, fire signs, is going to be a keeper for you. I think as long as you want it to be, I think you can nurture this relationship and make it really wonderful. It could be from the past. It could be a past love. It could be somebody that's coming back. As we just ended Mercury retrograde, it could be somebody that's coming back for you, especially with the older gentleman and looking back on his life, regenerating, taking another look at it, and finding your true happiness with this person. So this is a lovely reading, and I feel like the reading is all about taking a good look at what it is you can change, not only about yourself, but about your circumstances, right? What it is you can change and let go of. Now's the time to start making those changes. Now's the time to let go. Now's the time to get out of the swords and get out of the middle of